The Uxbridge Update on Uxbridge FM.
A warm welcome to this week's Uxbridge Update, covering what's on around Uxbridge this week and beyond. There's a feast of things to do this week. In fact, if it was a meal, you'd want an elasticated waistband. And we've got half term coming up, so we've popped in a few ideas for kids as well. Right, first off, on now, the Uxbridge Library have a rock show. Now, your first thought was probably like mine. That seems an odd venue to host a rock show. But we're talking about geological rocks. The Harrow and Hillingdon Geological Society are at the library until the 23rd of February with their huge collection of rocks, fossils and even some dinosaur poo. Friday evening, the 15th, and Saturday the 16th is the Hillingdon Music Festival at Brunel University, a completely free weekend of music and sound with performances, workshops and sound art installations. Sebastian Jenner is one of the organisers.
We've got workshops for all ranges of musical ability, performances. Something I'm really excited about is a graphic score competition, which, regardless of whether you can read and write music, you can draw an idea for the sound of music, and we've got a professional ensemble who are going to perform that, and we'll then judge the winner. We've got 3 judges here, but also the final decision will be down to the public, and the winning score will get £250 cash prize.
Grab a free ticket from Eventbrite by searching for Hillingdon Music Festival. A couple more music events for Friday the 15th. At the Watersmeet Theatre in Rickmansworth, the RAF Shades of Blue Jazz Orchestra, an 18-piece ensemble renowned for performing the music of all the great band leaders like Glenn Miller and Count Basie. Doors tribute band The Strange Doors play the Tropic at Ruislip, at the Ruislip Social Club. They'll be recreating the live Doors experience, in other words, slightly unpredictable. Saturday morning, the 16th, and the Friends of Roxbourne Park could do with your help. Roxbourne Park is down in Eastcote, and there's a rather derelict part of the park that used to be a crazy golf course. They want to turn it into a community orchard. Join them with a shovel to help plant trees or to help stake them up. Then drinks in the Roxy Pavilion afterwards. Local author G.J. Stevens is at W.H. Smith's at 11 a.m. signing copies of his book In the End. We caught up with him to find out what the book's all about.
It's a fast-paced end-of-the-world thriller with themes of the undead. There's basically a hero who has no idea how he's going to lead his friends to safety. It starts during a New Year's Eve party whereby the power does go out and the music stops streaming from the internet. So the friends are forced to find out what's going on, and they realise there's something a bit more going on than they would like.
And I gather, although you've been writing for a while, this is the first book you've actually released.
This is my 7th book, but my first that I'm happy to release. And
this isn't your full-time job, I understand. So how do you find time to write around a full-time job?
Yes, it's definitely a balance. I come into work about 2 hours early every day, and I spend about 2 hours writing in the morning. I'm still doing that now as I write the sequel. And then I work through my lunch break and I blog in the evening. Somewhere in there, I find time to have time with my family as well. So I try and keep the balance right.
Wow. And I gather you're originally from the Uxbridge area.
Yeah, I went to school at Uxbridge High School, was the Greenway. I've since moved to Slough, but I was there for 6 or 7 years.
So any tips if any of our listeners fancy writing a book?
It's a lot of work. It's a big commitment, but if you are interested in thinking about this as a career, then you need to do a lot of reading, a lot of fiction work, and you need to do a lot of writing. And my main advice, because I asked this question to other authors as well, and the best advice I've heard so far is that you should write for yourself, write for enjoyment. Don't worry about how technically good it is. Get that love for writing first, and then you'll learn the trade as you read more.
Now, for your book, In the End, do you think there's a possible film at some point?
A lot of people say that it reads very filmic. So, I mean, that'd be great if there's any producers listening, but we'll have to wait and see.
Now, your author name is G.J. Stevens. The book is In the End. The book signing is the 16th of February, 11 till 3 at W.H. Smith's in Uxbridge, and the book's available on Amazon. Nice to talk to you, Gareth.
Thank you very much.
Saturday afternoon, if you're anywhere near Ruislip and King's College playing fields, the outdoor gym instructors are there at 4 p.m. with free instruction on using the outdoor gym equipment. Saturday evening in Whelan's at 9, you'll find live music from the Monday Club playing country folk. Sunday morning, the 17th, you've got the Ruislip Artisan Market at Manor Farm with around 80 local artists, crafters, food producers, ethical businesses and live music. The Beck Theatre has the Chinese New Year extravaganza at 2:30 and again at 7:30, including daring acrobats and a 15-metre dragon dance. Monday the 18th, head to Ruislip Golf Club for Jazz West London. Local drummer Brian Knapp runs that night. We spoke to local author Gareth Stevens earlier, but if you're a budding author, head to Brunel University and their library on Wednesday the 20th. They'll be talking to author Catherine Johnson from 5:30. Here's Sebastian Jenner again with more info on this series of talks.
One of our academics, Bernadine Evaristo, is also a very well-regarded author who's actually got a new book coming out this month. And what she does is she invites authors to come on to campus and give talks that they're themed. For example, there's one about writing for children and writing crime and writing travel fiction. And again, these are open to the public and absolutely free, and they're held in the Brunel Library. But for those either interested in writing and wanting to hear from established authors, or even just anyone curious and interested in literature, they're really a lovely event to go on down for.
That sounds great. So what's in store for half term? Let's have a look at a few things going on aimed at kids. Tuesday the 19th and Denham Country Park have a mini beast hunt, starting off with building a bug hotel to take home, and then you're off into the forest to search for mini beasts. That's at 10 a.m. and again at 1 p.m. They're also doing river dipping on Thursday the 21st. And stand by because it's Lamb Watch at Odds Farm. Over 30 ewes should be ready to lamb across the half term. Pop to Ivor Environment Centre on Tuesday 19th, Wednesday 20th or Thursday 21st for family fun days, including den and campfire building. More info on their website, ivorenvironmentcentre.org. Black Park have junior forest school sessions on Wednesday 20th, aimed at 5 to 10-year-olds. This sounds like great fun. Hunt for bugs, scavenge in the forest, play with clay, build dens, create some woodland creatures, and finish off by relaxing next to a warm fire for some toasted marshmallows. If you need some indoor ideas, check Waterstones in Uxbridge. Thursday 21st, author of the Princess Poppy books, Janie Louise Jones, is in store at 12. Aimed at ages 4 to 8, they'll have a story time, bee and wildlife activities and games. Email the store to book a place. Friday 22nd, aimed at 0 to 7 years, Waterstones have Ben and Holly story time with the Beck Theatre, featuring appearances by the characters. Again, pre-book with the store. Let's get the diaries out now and look ahead to see what we can book up for. Harefield Hospital would love you to take part in their pancake race on Tuesday the 5th of March. Grab 3 friends, a frying pan and a silly hat. More info at rbhcharity.org. The Ickenham Festival team have their ferret race night on Friday the 1st of March at Ickenham Village Hall. AJ Pritchard from Strictly was dying to tell us about his new show coming up at the Beck Theatre on the 6th of March called Get on the Floor. How's it going, AJ?
It's going really well, thank you.
So what treats have you got in store for us at the Beck Theatre?
Honestly, for me, it's my debut tour, which is so exciting. It's just one of them feel-good shows. We've got extra dancers, so we've got a whole cast of people that are good in their own right, tap dancers, street dancers, ballet, commercial. And we've also got live singers, because for me it's always about live entertainment, live dance, live music. And it is really that spectacle of dance. You're going to see the best of everything. All the good parts of Strictly that everybody loves, that group dances, styles, duets, and you get to see more. You get to see that kind of what would make me tick a little bit more. So I love strong impact dances like a Paso Doble. I'm sure you love that too, don't you?
Yes. And it must be great not having the judges there.
Having judges there always keeps you on your toes, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, when there's no judges there, you can let loose and really just have fun.
And it sounds like you've had quite a hand in most aspects of the show.
Oh, yes. So that was probably the best thing about it. Like, obviously my name is on the front of it, so I'm not going to say nervous, but I'm pretty nervous to make it as good as it can be. And for me, I always want it to be better, and I want it to be able to portray more things. But when you've got your hand in all of the scenarios, the music, the choreography, you really understand the show. So the kind of premise of the show is it's a world of dance. So meaning that each dance will be set in a country, so that scene will be portrayed. So it gives it more of that three-dimensional feel.
AJ, thanks so much for talking to us today.
Perfect. No, thank you.
So once again, AJ's show is Get on the Floor, and you can catch him on Wednesday, the 6th of March, at the Beck Theatre at 7:30. That's all the events for this week. Thanks for listening and sharing with your friends. You're up to date. If you're running an event, make sure you tell us. It's what's on at uxbridgefm.co.uk via email, or WhatsApp us on 07403 482 457. Catch you next week for another Uxbridge update.
Join us on social media. Search Uxbridge FM.